What's going on, Libra? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just amazing, Libra. And it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey. Because it's General Energy Weekly Spread. Yeah, that was kind of groovy there, Libra. I kind of like that one. But Libra, with this weekly spread, whenever you happen to come across this video, there may be some messages in here for you. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. I don't know why that's been so aggressive here as of late, Libra. Crystals. Feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Libra. So I'm going to pull a few oracle cards from this deck here, and then we will get some details with the tarot. But before we jump into this thing, these readings that I do, they're not gender-specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, okay? And in case if y'all were curious, the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. But also down below are some other readers that I like watching, Libra, so go and give them a check out. Very intuitive group, so hopefully you'll like them as well. Thank you. But let's get to your first card here. Oh, interesting, Libra. All right, we gotta watch out for some Black Widows here, because we got the third card of Aquarius here, which is the Black Widow card. It's an interesting card, and with this card, Aquarius got some curious cards. But with this is a card of betrayal, warning, twisted, turncoat, cunning, danger, toxic situation or relationship, web of control, entrapment, unexpected attack, insidious, poisonous, and low vibration. And the energy that's coming through here, Libra, is a toxic situation or relationship. So if we find ourselves in some sort of situation where maybe this could be like a work environment that's, maybe there's a lot of gossip, or just a lot of, just maybe even just a lot of negative energy, or maybe we're in like a friendship, love relationship, maybe even a familial relationship where maybe things have just gotten out of hand. There's all this toxicity that's going down, or maybe there's just a lot of, I'm not sure, Libra. It's just like, it almost even gives me like one of those situations where you may even do that. Have you ever done that thing, Libra, where it's like you're, it's not that there's like, I don't know, there's this tension between people, or maybe you and a person, and it's not that you want to fight, but you envision these things in your head. It's like, if I need to go to a low vibration, then so be it. Like that type of energy, Libra. And if anyone takes you to a place, and even if it's like in a funny type of way, because it's like, there's like half kiddings that's going on in there. But even if someone just lowers your vibration a little bit, I do feel like that warrants some pause and some analysis, and just some like reevaluation of whom we're connecting with. With just thinking with Aquarius energy, that's how we're connecting as far as like a collective, a group, and things along those lines. And you, Libra, one of your aspects being a sign of relationships. I feel like having those relationships that have that reciprocity, that balance, that diplomacy, that open conversation, being able to work through, even when we find ourselves, things get out of hand. If we can't restore balance to those things, then maybe we either need to put up some boundaries, or maybe need to remove ourselves from something altogether here. And I feel like that's going to be very important too, Libra, considering where your ruler's at. The Empress, Venus, is in Leo, and it's going to be Leo for a while. And Leo energy, sometimes I feel like, especially if you're getting caught up in something like that situations do have the potential to blow up way out of proportion. So you just want to be very mindful of these situations that you put yourself in. And you know what, too, Libra? your Venus is getting ready to go retrograde here soon, and so you're going to be. I want to say it's on the 22nd, depending on when you're watching this. So, depending on when you're watching this, Libra, tomorrow. And so you're going to get ready to go into a more kind of reflective state here, Libra. And so pay attention to that. I feel like, use this time that Venus, and she'll be retrograde until like the 9th of September, to just evaluate your relationships. And again, to situations, this could be even like, where we're living, anything along those lines. And if we feel like that it's sapping our energy, considering too that Venus is in, the sun ruled sign of Leo, and if it's taken away from that energy, that will and things, then we just want to, take some actions there, Libra. But let's get some tarot on this, get some more details. And sidebar, Libra, speaking of Venus, I'm in the middle of a Venus return right now, and it's been pretty dope so far. But because she's going retrograde, I'm gonna be getting like 3 hits on my natal Venus, so that's actually really exciting. Thank you. All right, Libra, let's see what we got here. All right, interesting energy here, Libra. Ooh, I like that, Libra, because you have the World, and everything's upright. You got the World, the Hanged Man, and the Six of Cups upright here, Libra. And the energy that's partway popping up, because the World is Saturn, the Hanged Man is Neptune energy. Both of them are in retrograde right now, and I do feel we are getting ready to get into a very retrograde heavy period, especially once we get into Virgo season. And I'm getting with like the Six of Cups here, Libra, that there is, and the Hanged Man here, that there's a need to take a moment again and reflect. The Six of Cups can be a card of the past, and I feel like it's just reflecting on how maybe some of our relationships have affected us in the past, and pay attention to what kind of perspectives come up here with the Hanged Man. And if there are some that we need to potentially close out a cycle on, or that maybe even some that we're making, taking to that next level, I feel like it's figuring that type of stuff out here right now, because I feel like the Six of Cups as well. It's like a card of sharing, and if you get to this place where you can't imagine, creating or sharing more experiences with others, maybe if this is a situation or with others, then. And it's like, I know, and it's like, Libra, this seems like I may be talking like this, like it's like a no-brainer, but sometimes when we get into these type of relationships, toxic stuff is sneaky, like what's considered toxic, it could be like, maybe we're in this relationship and it's not like, abuse in like the extreme that you would think about, but maybe it's just like little jabs here and there, like up on our self-esteem every now and again. Or maybe if this is a work thing, maybe it's like, it's not like a full on where you're like overworked and things, but there's this energy of like maybe always having to be on your toes, or that maybe there's like these little glances, and it could be nothing, could be something, but it's like the fact that we're even in that space, we feel that maybe things are hidden, that's an interesting place to operate from, Libra, and I feel like that's doing a lot for something that should be more. That's tending to this, that's trying to get us to grow along this on our journey, Libra. So. Yeah, it really just I do just feel like that it's, for you, it's just like, at least if we have something where we do feel like we're in like a weird situation or something, I feel that it's, with the Hanged Man here, I feel like it's how much do we want to sacrifice to the situation before we change things up, you know what I mean? Because maybe something, we're thinking about, like, let's say a relationship, and how good it was in the past, maybe we could get it back to where it was now, but that's something too, Libra, where we always change. We'll still have like a foundation for the most part, but we're evolving all the time, Libra. And it's not about recreating the same moments from the past. We're really creating better, And if we don't feel that we can do that, yeah, I don't know. The Libra is just with the Hanged Man here is just something some ideas to think about. Let's see what else we got here, Libra. Libra, let's see what else we got here. Oh, there's your ruler, and she's retrograde. So you got the, I love it. So you got the Eight of Pentacles up right here, and then you have the Empress in reverse here, Libra. And come on, Libra. I do feel that, I do feel that for some. And even, Libra, this could even be just in general, even if we don't, even if we, I don't know, it feels like that maybe even for some there's this energy of just like, maybe, that's something to think about too, Libra. Maybe for some, take it as it resonates, that maybe we've been creating this, like, I don't want to say like illusions or things, just thinking with the Hanged Man, but maybe it's just like we're creating drama or things, or like maybe, I'm not sure, Libra, or this, and it could be, again, maybe it's in a relation, maybe it's another person, take it as it resonates. But if we've noticed that there's been like, because it's interesting with this Eight of Pentacles, it feels like that something's being like, we're manifesting this situation or something along those lines. It's and it doesn't feel like, and listen, Libra, I'm not saying this is something that we're intentionally doing, but maybe it's just something where, how sometimes when you get at work, because I remember when I would work at, there was a job that I used to work at, and sometimes we just kind of like, when it was kind of slow, you kind of stand around and just kind of like pinpoint like all the things that are wrong with the place, and like what you would do to improve it, but not actually doing the things to improve it, like those type of conversations. It can be something even just along the lines of that, just like even just being mindful of just like how we may be even indulging in situations even a little bit, and how those things can become habitual, and how it can start off as something really small, and then next thing you know, it's throwing your energy out of whack here, Libra, and then it starts affecting your abundance. Now we're not feeling fulfilled at our work like we used to, or something along those lines, Libra, and I hope that makes sense. Huh? Yeah, because it's definitely not saying that you're trying to manifest low vibrations, but it's just like getting caught up in them. How we can get caught in those thoughts and things along those lines. Just pay attention to how your where your thoughts are at too, Libra. But let's get another oracle on the mix. See what else we got here, Libra. Interesting. So you got the 7th card of Cancers here, which is the fairy tale card. And with this card, this is a card to believe the impossible, daydreams, romantic ending, universal archetypes, hopeful, magic, unicorns and rainbows, aspire, happily ever after, fanciful, and stories we tell. So okay, so I like that, Libra. So I feel like the energy that's coming through here is the aspire. And with this aspire, if we have any sort of like, because now it's taking on a different flow flavor here, Libra, because I feel like that for some, if we're having troubles, if we have these dreams that we've been wanting to do, Libra, but maybe we've been, I'm not sure if there have been maybe distractions with the Black Widow coming through here, maybe some like low vibratory behaviors or something along those lines. And keep in mind too, Libra, Neptune energy deals with that sort of like escapism, dream realm, things along those lines. So if we've been, just pay attention to that, Libra. But I feel that if we have any sort of dreams that we're aspiring to, Libra, I feel that there is something where it's like it's finding a way to make that a part of your everyday routine, and because I'm almost feeling for some that if we are doing that, it's keeping it so that it almost feels like that we've just with the Empress being in reverse here. It's like we have these big dreams. Just think with this Neptune energy, this fairy tale, these things, but then when we think about the work that comes with it, Libra, the Saturn energy, like in order to get that abundance, we got to put in that grind, that Eight of Pentacles. It feels like that maybe for some it's like it starts to become, feels like less of a dream, and then it feels more like work or something along those lines, Libra. And I feel like it's finding, like for example, Libra, like when I do these YouTube channels and or these videos and things, like sure there are days it's like I'm recording every day, and sure it can feel like a lot, but it's one of those things that it's like I'm enjoying what I'm doing, so it's like, and it's getting me towards that higher vibration, and or towards my dreams in the long run here. And keep in mind too, Libra, since you got Venus and Neptune here, Neptune is a higher octave of Venus, and so I feel like it's making your, once you, I feel like once you find a way, Libra, to make maybe whatever this dream, because maybe it's just like it's not the dream that's the problem, that's feeling like a chore. It's just maybe how we're going about it that's becoming the chore. Maybe there's a more kind of creative way that we can do this thing. Let's say, for example, if our dream has been with cars, maybe we're not, maybe being a mechanic isn't enough to fulfill you. Maybe this is like we're doing maybe you're doing like spray paint on the side, or like maybe even I don't know, really we're going to like doing some like car shows or something along those lines. Just that little something extra that can kind of either maybe build off of that, or just like a different way of doing this thing here. If we've just been having trouble to get this, whatever this thing is, off the ground, or maybe even get this thing started, or seeming like it's, because it's almost feeling like too, just like with Saturn and Neptune here, considering they're both in Pisces for the next couple of years, it feels like that this is something of a real big dream. And the fairy tale card is very much, talk about believe the impossible in things. It can seem very fanciful, very large, these dreams. And this is kind of like that sort of like Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles energy, where we may never get to that finish line, but we're going to get close, Libra, and it's going to be beautiful. And it's an appreciating, even like the times where we had to do a little bit of the grind along the way to get towards that Empress energy. It was all worth it in the end, because look at you. You got something that you can be proud of, your accomplishments and things along those lines, Libra. But I do feel like, and this didn't quite come through, but the stories we tell, I feel like that's something too. It's like, if we tell ourselves that this thing is impossible, then that's how it's going to stay. But if we, Libra, I feel especially with this card, where there's a will, there's a way. But let's get some tarot on this. And look at that, Libra. Take that idea and go forward. Look at that Ace of Swords. I love it. And especially you being a Libra, yeah, just being a Libra in general. But being an air sign, your ideas are powerful. Being able to take that stuff and manifest it. So don't doubt your things for a second there, Libra. Let's see, you got a lot of page energy here, a lot of seeds, and look at you. Oh, look, I like that. So you have the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles up right here. And then we have the King of Wands in reverse. And so, Libra, I feel like with the King of Wands being here, I feel like, because the King of Wands is very passionate about his ideas. This is Sagittarius energy for me, and I feel like, especially when it's leading him to this state of growth and really finding out. I don't know. It's like when he's pursuing what he dreams, he learns more about himself, and I feel that there's maybe a need here for some to, when we're thinking about this. When we're thinking about these aspirations as things, I feel like it's finding a way to keep that, because with the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Wands, it's like keeping that fun with whatever we're starting, because the pages can be like new opportunities and things, along with like, and the aces are like my seeds. So it's like taking your ideas, and it's like, how can we keep them fun but grounded, with this Pentacle and Wands here. And I feel like that this is something where with this Four of Pentacles, it's like we don't want to be, because maybe for some we've been maybe real rigid in how we want to approach this thing. It's like maybe we've been, and this is just an example, Libra. I'm not saying, cut down on your hours or say anything along those lines. But let's say we have this little, this, like, let's say side hustle that we want to start here, and maybe let's say we've been kind of building that around our current work schedule. Well, maybe it's like doing the reverse. Finding a way to keep it so that you're still, still got your security and stuff. Think about the, Empress is still thinking about her security, but it's still like, how can we maybe find more balance in that type of energy? Taking that so that you can have your security, that financial security, that fulfillment, and then have this emotional fulfillment, and then type of things, until maybe even that kind of takes over. You can kind of phase this thing out, and you may don't even gotta quit this thing, Libra. This might be something where if this is like you're just like you're like an everyday low job or something like that. It's like that could even be where we're just going down part time. I'm sure if you're a great worker there, Libra, they're gonna want you to. They'll take whatever energy you put in there, but I do feel like that there's maybe more of a type of, just like an unconventional way maybe of going about this, or just like a more creative way that we can maybe pursue these aspirations, and so that they don't become so monotonous all the time, because there's going to be grind in everything that we do, Libra. But it's like, even just thinking about like with because I got a little side gig, and even sometimes when I'm thinking about that, sort of like what kind of mentality that I'm going in with that, it's just like, okay, it's like maybe I can take all the zodiac stuff and things that I like talking about, and take that to my to that place, and talk about that sort of things, kind of pick people's brains about that. That's actually been real fun. Little sidebar here, Libra. That's actually been something I've noticed, that a lot more people are kind of talking about their zodiacs, and at least their sun signs, a lot more. So I find that that's been a real kind of fascinating sort of revelation, but or just like something that's just kind of shown itself to me here as of late. But that's kind of what I feel like is happening here, Libra. Just like, you're just thinking outside of the box here. I like that. And you are in a very creative energy right now, Libra, for the next till September, and I mean even after that, Libra. It's not like when the Empress leaves Leo, this energy stops. But you are in a time. I almost even feel like too, just with that, how I'm looking at the King of Wands and the Empress. I feel like this is a really great energy for you right now to really to tap into the really make the most of this expansive energy that you're in, and to really, I don't know, Libra, really kind of show up and show out here. I like that. But let's get your last oracle card here. And that's something too, Libra. I was just thinking about that with the low vibrations. This could even be thoughts that we may be telling ourselves, that it just, if we have dreams and things, and we're keeping those things down, we want to be mindful of that as well. But let's see what your last oracle card is. All right, Libra, got the third card of Scorpios here. We might need to call a friend, which is the Friends card. And with this card, this is a card of friendship, group, soul tribe, third person, contact, relate, network, show up, hang out, meet in person, social media, interpersonal relationships, togetherness, and friendliness. And the energy that's coming through here, Libra, is the networking. And I feel like for some, especially if we have maybe this dreams and things, and maybe if it's seeming like it's maybe we're at this place where we're getting ready to take things to the next level. This may be something where we do need to kind of reach out and maybe talk to a King of Wands and Empress, or maybe a couple pages here to kind of help broaden this thing a little bit more. Maybe it's I don't know, Libra. This could be even where I almost feel like maybe even for some, and this is just a random energy just kind of popped in my head, if we've been maybe for some, maybe we it's like we have these ideas but we don't know what to do with them, and, it's like there's something that it's like it's maybe way out of our expertise, but it might just be a good idea, Libra. This could be something where maybe I remember talking with someone, I think a Sagittarius told me this, where you can like potentially sell your ideas or something along those lines. I think so, Libra. Even might have to look into that, but that might be something too, Libra, we might be considering. And honestly, we're in a time that type of stuff too. That's inspirational, Libra, because spreading ideas for someone else who can take that and really manifest and give them a tool to really exercise their skills. I feel like that's very generous for an empress, and I feel like that's great work. And I feel like that's something where you put that kind of abundance out there, that absolutely comes back to you tenfold there, Libra. So yeah, very interesting. I do feel like that there could be a lot of benefits here. Possibly networking here, Libra. Let's get some more. Let's get some tarot on this. Get some details. Oh, there's wifey. I love it. All right, Libra, last little bit here. So let's see, we got Queen of Wands. We got Three of Pentacles. Oh, we got Queen of Pentacles. Oh, and then we got the Emperor. So you got, okay, let me tell you what's going on. So you got the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands in reverse here, Libra. And then you have the Three of Pentacles and then the Emperor upright. All right, Libra, let's switch back over here. Because that's interesting energy here, Libra. Because I feel like for some, especially with this dream here, if we feel like that we don't have the resources, just thinking with the Queen of Pentacles being here, then this would be a great energy for you to maybe think about seeing who does. Maybe this could be where maybe we're partnering up with someone who, let's say, it's like we got, oh, I know, it's just like we got like all this. Let's say, for example, if you're like a dancer or something along those lines, and you just need someone who can bring in the like, and you want to start a dance studio, but you don't have the space. Maybe we can partner with someone who can. Maybe we know someone who knows someone to do. I don't know, Libra. I feel like there's a lot of kind of getting yourself out here and just kind of seeing. Just seeing what opportunities are out there, like really kind of taking charge here with the Emperor and being kind of this I'm almost even getting just like this bold energy here. Just even with just like the King and Queen of Wands, that's a lot of heat too coming from these two. And I feel like there's this need to. It's like it's this combination of go with the heart, because the Queen of Wands, when she goes into something, she doesn't, it's just like it's if it excites her and fills her with passion, she'll figure it out as she goes. She's just gonna go do it. Whereas the King of Wands equally is passionate, but he just goes in with a game plan. I feel like that there's this balance here that's needing to happen, that sense of excitement, but making sure that we have this grounded, how we were talking about with the pages earlier. And I mean, you almost got the whole page family here, Libra. So it's like you are in a it seems like you're in a very kind of energy of like manifestation, just like real kind of creative, again, type of energy. So I really feel like work with that, Libra. Who knows what that really would look like. But I'm also kind of getting here too, just being mindful. I feel like of the just because you got some pretty powerful figures here in reverse here. I feel like it's being mindful of the energies whom we're connecting with as well. Just because we had that little Black Widow kind of sneaking up in here earlier, but otherwise, Libra, I feel like this is a really kind of a solid one here of just like really of introspection and kind of finding out where you want to, maybe what relationships are maybe hindering these dreams, even possibly, Libra. So yeah, I feel like you're getting ready to be in a very kind of, yeah, again, reflective type of energy here. And think it's gonna do some good for Libra. I feel like it's gonna be some, lead to you taking some action here. Making some decisions, and it's gonna be work, Libra. Adjusting to to the changes and things. I feel like with the Eight of Pentacles, but just because the Empress is in reverse here, that doesn't mean you're any less of an Empress there, Libra. It's just we gotta adjust some things sometimes. Somehow some low vibrations got up in the Empress's realm, and so we just gotta clean things up every now and again, Libra. I will say where we don't low vibrations aren't the greatest coming through, but man, they sure do make you stronger there, Libra, when you rise above. So I like that. I think I'm gonna leave that there, Libra. So if anything resonated with you, give it a thumbs up. And share this, Libra, if you know someone who might be going through, might be either struggling with dreams, or maybe we can get them in connection with someone, or it might just be something that's just getting rid of some of these widows out of here, Libra. But yeah, share this. And then subscribe, hit that bell button to get notified when I release videos each week. And then I'm on this meditation app Insight Timer, and I started a group on there called Zodiacs Raising the Vibration. And it's just a group to post like positive affirmations, encouraging messages, things along those lines. And then as the group grows, I'm gonna start posting different meditations, like guided meditations, guided affirmations, binaural beats, things along those lines. And maybe do something with like taking charge with the Emperor, or self-care with the Empress, or something along those lines there. But yeah, definitely check that out, Libra. And then lastly, so I'm just looking at these two because I was like, I know divine. Well, it took me a little second there. It's like, oh, divine counterparts are here, but it's just like I'm not getting that normal strong type. Even with like the King of Wands, yeah, very interesting energy with all these royals and things, but But then lastly, Libra, if you have any Cancer's cards here? No, you don't. But you don't need them. If you got any Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, come on over to my other channel, The Chariot and Friends. Excuse me. I do videos Monday through Friday there. We discuss lunar shenanigans. It's a good old time. And all that housekeeping down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise cards here, Libra, so I can get you out of here. So you got the Two of Pentacles here, Libra. And while I'm getting your surprise card, I feel like for some, it's very interesting energy that's coming through here, because it seems like that just if things have just been kind of thrown out of whack, either there's some type of, again, sort of toxic situation, relationship, because it's like, if this is a love thing, just with the Emperor being here upright here and the Empress being in reverse, if you're not down with what's going on here, Libra, I feel like this is something where we're gonna need to enact this change. This is something that we got to bring back in harmony here. But let me get your Oracle card. Lunar shenanigans. I love it. Because you got the full moon here, Libra. And I feel like that there's this energy of like where it's like maybe things have been kind of hidden for a while, and now it's like the moon has been, now that we have like the full light of this moon here, it's like now we're kind of really seeing what's going on in the darkness, whether this be in like a toxic relationship or a situation or something like that, or maybe even in like these aspirations or dreams and things. Maybe there's this like almost like epiphany that's going off here, this realizations that's happening. But I do feel that it's finding the source of whatever it's lowering the vibration, I feel, is what this moon is kind of saying. And this could be, again, it may be the people that we've networked with, and this could even be too, Libra, just thinking, it's just like maybe even we've had some past relationships or things that have affected how we're networking now even. Maybe we're not, with the Empress being in reverse here, it's like maybe we've closed ourselves off to things, and like maybe it's like now could even be, it's like we're working on opening ourselves up to something too here, Libra. But interesting energy there, Libra, but I think I'm gonna leave it there. So you stay safe out there. Anytime that, these black widows and things, and maybe even people trying to sell, I don't know, Libra, even like maybe selling your dreams. It's not that I feel like there's any con games or anything per se, but just be mindful of even that too, Libra, just something to think about. And you raise your vibration through the roof, especially with, just raise your vibration through the roof there, Libra. And I will catch you on the next one later.